So you have heard me many times saying that I am a Reiki master practitioner. I teach Reiki. I give Reiki sessions, and I love Reiki. For me, Reiki is one of the pillars in my spiritual development. It's really kind of like the spinal cord of my spirituality. Reiki has bonded me in a very special way with the source, the consciousness, God, and it has brought a lot of peace, inner peace to my life. And it is something that I like sharing with others as well. So I want to take the time to, as you know, I told you the ending of last year, I wanted to start sharing a little bit more in this podcast. That's why the name changed, because I want to provide you with information, provide you with techniques also that you can implement and you can incorporate in your daily life, so you can have that same expansion, that spirituality that maybe you're looking for. Not only doing the readings. And before we start, I want to leave you with the recommendation for this week that goes from January 17th until the 23rd. So, this is a period of transition. You are really going into, it's like crossing a bridge, going from one point to the other, and you are in the middle. You're like at the edge of the bridge, and you're asking yourself, oh my God, should I really keep going? Is this something that I need to do? And looking inside of you, if you close your eyes and you picture yourself, am I exactly where I want to be? Am I who I want to be? And the answer is no. If you feel that there's this transformation that needs to take place, you need to move forward. You need to leave behind old habits, old behavior. Um, you have probably have to leave people um, that are not helping you with your expansion. People that maybe you have some hooks or attachments to, or you think that you need to be with that person, and it doesn't work that way anymore. Like, you need to leave behind something that, even if it's hurtful, because change hurts, and leaving those things that you probably have an attachment to hurt. But there's transformation on the other side of the river, and your soul knows that this is something that you need to do. Now your mind has to make peace with it. You have to make peace with it, and moving forward will bring so much transformation. And you stand at the edge of this bridge, and you ask yourself, yeah, should I keep going? You know the answer deep inside is yes, but then you're like, oh yeah, but I don't know what's on the other side. You don't need to know 100%. This is where that trust and that faith in yourself and in the universe comes into play. You don't know 100%. We can never know 100% what is going to happen, what is there for us. But whatever is there for you, it's better than what it is now. And viewing that, have the courage and take that step and finish crossing that river. Finish the cross of that bridge. Because there's so much transformation. We're also getting the Ace of Emotions, or the Ace of Cups, that talks about that transformation. Your in terms of your emotions, there's so much evolution for you. Your relationships as well, relationship with yourself and with others. Because when we change from the inside, we change also the people we attract, the relationships we develop, the connection we get with other people. And it all comes from that connection within you with your own divinity and understanding your emotions. So when you make that transformation, or when you take the step, that transformation is waiting for you. So you were wondering, what? I don't know exactly. It's okay. Transformation is on your way in a beautiful, beautiful way. It's like a new heart is waiting for you or waiting to emerge, because there's so much healing taking place that is going to be a new you. So allow yourself to, I don't know, swim over that river, across the river, take a boat, take that bridge. I don't know, do something, but cross it. So that is the intuitive guidance for this week. And how about we start talking a little bit about Reiki? So, like I told you, Reiki has been the spinal cord of, or one of the pillars in my own personal transformation and my connection to myself and the divinity. Simply put, if we want to define Reiki in a very simple way, Reiki is a Japanese technique for stress reduction and relaxation that also promotes healing. That's simple. It's clear. Um, at the beginning, when I started learning Reiki, I felt like, oh, but I don't know, this definition, it's not completely fulfilling for me. Like, there's so much more in Reiki, and yeah, that's true. There's so much more, but if we want to put it simple, that's exactly what it is. And that's exactly what you're going to feel when you have a Reiki session. It's going to reduce the stress, it's going to relax you, and it will start healing you internally. So, Reiki is composed of, the word Reiki is composed of two syllables, one meaning Rei, meaning spiritual wisdom. So is the that connection, that source, the universe that is the source of everything, of the creation. So represents the supreme being, the mind, spiritual consciousness. And then Ki, that has different names in different traditions. Like Ki for Japanese is the same as the Chi for the Chinese, and Prana in Hinduism, and the Holy Spirit in the Western world. So is that life energy? Is a life force energy that is vital, and it comes from the universe. So is that universal life energy, and it is really non-physical. The non-physical part that animates everything. That's that life force energy. So when someone dies, for example, the life energy leaves, it departs. If your energy is low also, you feel low. You can feel sad. You can feel that you have no energy. So this life energy really plays a very, very important role in everything we do, because it animates the body, and it gives you higher levels of expression also. So that's why it's important to keep our ki or our chi in a good state. Okay, that chi or ki is very sensible to our emotions, to our thoughts, and it is affected. That means that when we have a lot of emotions taking place, like negative emotions, that we are sad, we have fear, we have anger, we have resentment, we have regrets, we have guilt, our life force energy is affected too. So it vibrates lower, it doesn't flow. So energy gets stagnant in different places. On the contrary, also, when we have a lot of positive thoughts and emotions, and we're happy, and we exercise and we meditate, and we replenish ourselves in a positive way, that reflects also on the life force energy because it flows in a different way. That's why then when our life force energy is high, we feel that sense of fulfillment, we feel that sense of loving everything and that happiness and satisfaction. So it emanates out of us in a different way. So is Reiki a religion? No, it is not a religion. Nevertheless, it is an spiritual practice. It is an spiritual um, technique. Okay, it has a spiritual nature that when you include it in your life, when you start practicing this, it provides a lot of love and compassion, because that's what it is really, that life force energy and that Reiki that you receive when you receive a session, when you're getting a session, it's unconditional love and compassion, and it's healing. So it is not a religion. It has no dogma. It really does not conflict with any religious belief. As a matter of fact, when you have a religious practice, what it does, it strengthens your connection to the source, whatever name you give it. Okay. So, how does Reiki work? So, when a person receives a Reiki session, okay, the Ray part, or the spiritual conscience part of the energy, starts evaluating your body, start assessing your body, or Byoki. Okay, Byoki is the energy that is negative within you. Byoki, that's what it is, negative energy within your body. Like, remember when I said that it becomes stagnant? Okay, so that unhealthy ki is called Byoki. So when you receive Reiki, the ray, or spiritual consciousness, starts looking for Byoki. Where is Byoki located? Okay, and starts looking for it. Once it finds it, okay, it can be accumulated by, for example, by negative thoughts and feelings. It starts working on it. So it starts to flow to give that unhealthy key healthy key. So it starts vibrating a healthy key to it to transform it, okay, to replace it with healthy thoughts and healthy feelings, releasing then the bioki. So this can happen in a number of ways. So it can do it by flowing through the affected parts of the your energy field and your energy, and it's kind of recharge it with a positive energy. It also raises the vibratory level in and around the physical body where the negative thoughts and feelings are attached. And then this causes that negative energy to break apart or fall away. So when it does that, Reiki clears and straightens and heals the energy pathways, okay? Allowing that healthy ki to flow in a very natural way. So other times it's like extracted, okay? It's kind of taken away. Other times it's melted. That's why sometimes the person can feel a sensation of warmth or a sensation of cold. When that vibration or that unhealthy ki, that byoki, is being melted or burned up, the person feels a heat. It feels a hot sensation. When it is extracted, it feels cold. So just so you know why you may feel one sensation or the other. But the thing is that in the end, what Reiki does is eliminate that unhealthy energy, unhealthy life force energy that you have, allowing you to have healthy ki flow in your body in a very natural way, how the way it's supposed to. It also clears your aura. Okay, so our aura is our energy field that is also charged with energy. Okay, and it can extend 4 to 5 feet from the body. So it really has also different layers, the aura, which represents a different part of the person's consciousness, with the inner layer being connected to the physical body, that is followed then by higher levels associated with the emotional and mental and spiritual levels of consciousness. So it is affected also by this emotions and thoughts that can block our energy. So sometimes people call me and they are really, but can I learn Reiki? Is this really something that I can do? Of course you can. Anybody can learn Reiki. The only thing that you need to have to learn Reiki is the desire of learning. You don't need to be a psychic. Some people think that, oh yeah, but I don't know, I don't perceive things. Well, you just need to be open. That's all you need to do. You don't need to be a psychic, you don't need to be a medium, you don't need to be any of that to be able to learn Reiki. As a matter of fact, Reiki will help you develop in very beautiful ways when you decide to learn Reiki. Reiki also it's a very, it gives you, it's like a cleansing process. Okay. So it clears all that negative energy that is of no use to you and that you don't need anymore, and replaces it with that positive energy. Reiki is always spiritually guided, especially the one I practice, that is holy fire. Holy fire, even the attunements that we call placements, that we're going to talk about that in another time in detail. So what do you have to do to learn? Like, the most important part of any Reiki class is the attunement or placement. Okay, so this is what gives you the ability to transmit, to channel Reiki. Okay, to transmit Reiki. Remember that Reiki is not given by you. You're really only a channel. It is spiritually guided, so it's really the source that is doing the healing, not the practitioner. So it's always spiritually guided. Um, Not all healers use Reiki. There are people that use other laying of the hands kind of energy healings, but they don't necessarily use Reiki. Okay, to be doing Reiki, they need to have that attunement or that placement that is given during the class by the teacher. Okay, or the teacher really guides you in the process. When you also learn Reiki for you, you can give Reiki to yourself. So that's actually how I learned it, like, or for the reason I learned it the first time. I wanted to have a technique or a practice that I could use in my personal healing. And Reiki was kind of like the perfect thing for me because it's it's such a loving energy and such a loving thing for you to give Reiki to yourself, because it awakens the love for yourself that you probably missed or that you didn't know you had in there for you. It really awakens the love for you. Reiki can never cause harm. Never, ever. Okay. So, and I need to be very strong on this. It can never do any harm because the source is consciousness, universal consciousness. And of course, God will never do you any harm. Okay. And it can never be used either to do harm. So that's another question that people have asked me. Oh, can I use it to, send something to somebody? No. The only thing you can send is love. That's the only thing. Because Reiki is love, it's unconditional love. You cannot use it to empower something that is gonna harm somebody else. Okay? It will never work. So we can only do good for you. Okay? That's why it can never cause any harm. You It's not the practitioner doing the healing. I said it already. It's the source that is doing the healing. And as it happens, you are not the one doing it, so it's the source, so he will never harm you. Okay. So what else I want to talk to you about? Well, I think we're going to take another time to go into detail also about what are the energy centers, the chakras. So, briefly, here, there are accumulation of centers of accumulation of energy in your body that are located along the spine. There are 7 main in total. There are more, but there are 7 main that we really know that are related to our body, okay, to our life here. And those energy centers, they influence different parts and different organs of your body. They are called the chakras, okay. So another time we're going to talk into detail, but what Reiki does also is that it frees those energies that are accumulated or affecting different chakras, and then it helps you with the flow between all the chakras, because what it happens naturally, or that what should happen naturally, is the normal and free circulation of the energy between one chakra and the other, so everything is connected. So when we, like I said, we experience all these negative thoughts, emotions, behaviors, then it affects the energy within the centers within you. So Reiki heals that. Reiki opens up or regulates, balances it, because it can be also super open. So what it does is that balance it in a way that it flows in the right way for you. Okay. So that is what Reiki does. So it has a lot of benefits. It will really help you with your, like, the flow of your energy. It will help you with have more sensation of happiness. It will help you release stress and have that relaxation that you're looking for. Uh, it helps with the spiritual growth also. Like I said, it really connects you to the source. It opens up also your psychic abilities. You start to develop. You open up your channels basically to receive information and to process that information of subtle energy around you. It balances your inner energies. It dissolves the energy blockages that we were talking about. So it promotes harmony that way and balance that way. And it really, it's like your body receives a boost. So your own body starts healing itself. And you sleep better when you have Reiki. Well, so if you have any questions about Reiki, if you have any doubts, please let me know. I would love, absolutely love, to answer your questions, to provide some guidance. I also teach Reiki level 1 and 2 and master level. So it will be a pleasure and an honor for me to guide you in that sense. If you want to have a practice that is going to heal you and strengthen your spiritual life. Thank you very much. You know where to find me, and if you don't, and if this is first time you listen to me, you can find me at lauratio.com, and also you can find me on Instagram at I am Laura Tio, on YouTube Lauratio20. Thank you, and see you next time, where we're going to be talking about Holy Fire Reiki. So I want to tell you a bit more about a very special Reiki energy that I absolutely love and adore, and that has really even helped me more profoundly to have that spiritual development. So thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye.